Harry and Meghan have another problem on their plate, but this time it's coming from the most senior member of the British royal family. And how are they going to handle that this time around? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London, Kensington Palace, and of course the former home, albeit for a very short period, of the cable TV actress Meghan Markle and of course His Royal Highness Prince Harry, or simply Hazza as he's now known virtually globally, thanks to Meghan Markle revealing that in a conversation on a TV show with James Corden. It's hard to believe that Prince Harry decided to leave all this splendour behind, and you do wonder when you see him being interviewed or chatting if he really misses his former royal life. The one thing though the British royal family don't miss is the onslaught of negative PR that ensued when of course Harry and Meghan decided to undertake numerous interviews and basically attack the family that had once so welcomed them in. Now, here's where for me it gets really interesting, because a lot of people have said that the British royal family have simply taken it and of course not really retaliated. Well, that's really not their way. But what is interesting is this. As we now know, Prince Charles did pay for Prince Harry's move to leave the British royal family and Megxit first to Canada and then on of course to California, so that was debunked as a lie. And then of course the secret wedding, the numerous things that popped out of the Oprah Winfrey interview. But what the British royal family have decided to do is simply take out their jewel in the crown. And we're speaking of course about no one else but Her Majesty the Queen. Now I'm sure like me you've noticed an acceleration of duty from Her Majesty, who at 95 is more sprightly, more with it and more together than anyone I simply know. What we admire here in England is not just the fact that she's out and about as our reigning monarch, but just how interested in life she is. But we can tell you the reason behind that too. Simply because her late husband, Prince Philip, did instruct her that he didn't want her sort of moping around and becoming a recluse and of course bowing out of life. Not that Her Majesty had any intention of doing that herself. And as we've seen recently, Her Majesty enjoying herself at the Windsor horse trials and of course more importantly a visit to one of the world's longest running soap operas, if not the longest, Coronation Street up in Salford, Manchester, where she met all of the cast. Now this is what the British royal family think they can counteract all the negative PR with, by simply having Her Majesty the Queen front, right and centre, leading of course the publicity campaign to remind people exactly how much and why they love the British royal family, will of course push the negative PR of Harry and Meghan into the background. Now, as we have seen from Her Majesty the Queen, she's incredibly gracious, and if it's to be believed, she has offered the opportunity of Harry and Meghan, no matter how unwell behaved they have been, to attend her platinum celebrations next year. But as I've also told you on the show, the final say will go down to His Royal Highness Prince Charles and his sister, the Princess Royal, finally signed off, of course, by Her Majesty the Queen. As it's over a year away, it remains to be seen just how well behaved Harry and Meghan continue to be as they stay out of the limelight for the current period on maternity leave. However, what we are enjoying is the fact, for this period at least, Her Majesty the Queen gets to shine and reign continuously. Neil Sean in the heart of London.